Who is RobMotiveRides and testing out my new phone mount? Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotiveRides. That's right, I'm out cruising around today. We're in the Mercedes, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know who I am, I guess. I've got a lot of new subscribers on this channel. Recently made a change from the Hyundai Santa Cruz to a Mercedes C300. So I thought I'd kind of let you guys know who I am, why I'm doing what I'm doing, where I come from, that kind of stuff. But before I get into that real quick, just want to make a quick comment on this new phone mount. I've been looking for a phone mount to put in the Mercedes, and there's not a lot of places to put stuff in here. You can't screw anything down. Didn't want to go with the suction mount, so I found something that sits on the dash that the phone kind of sits in. Now, I'm not going to turn this into a big phone mount review or anything like that, but so far it's been working out pretty well. It's a little bit bouncy because of the way that it is. You may notice that in the video, hopefully not, but I can see it on the screen a little bit. It's working pretty good for me, and so far I'm very happy with it. The only issue, I guess, when I'm driving around like this, other than the bouncing, is it is kind of far away from me because I have things in the way and I had to kind of find the right place to put it. But that's not a big deal. I can zoom in when I edit and stuff like that, so that doesn't really matter. And I may have done that already, so you may be thinking, well, what do you mean it's far away? You're right in my face. We'll see how that goes. Next, who am I? Who is RobMotiveRides? Well, the channel name changed recently too. It was RobMotiveMT, that stood for mini truck, because I wanted to go a different direction with the channel. I wanted to get into cars as opposed to just trucks, because I like cars. I actually like a lot of different vehicles. You know, I'm not just strictly a truck guy. And even more specifically, I wanted to get into something a little more luxury, I guess, or maybe a little more performance, however you want to term it, that being the Mercedes-Benz. Now, does that mean that it's always going to be a Mercedes-Benz here? Yeah, probably not. I mean, I will put other things on the channel if I get other things. But right now, I'm kind of looking to advance through Mercedes a little bit because I really do love the Mercedes. This is my second. I had a C43 a few years ago, and I really like that one as well. And we may get a more recent C43 down the road. We shall see. But more specifically, who am I? Well, my name is Rob. I've been doing this on YouTube now through a couple of different channels. I have RobMotive. That's all about the Toyota Tacoma. And that's my primary channel. And then I have also RobMotiveJT, which stands for Jeep Truck. See, there's kind of a theme here. Keep the RobMotive name depending on what it is I'm doing. So I have the Tacoma, I have the Jeep Gladiator, and of course the Mercedes now on this channel. I started this 4 years ago, and it was kind of just something fun to do on the side, if you will. I had a regular brick and mortar job for 23 years. I worked as a purchasing manager in the manufacturing industry, specifically power generation, buying everything that has to do with rebuilding or redoing any kind of power generation equipment, as well as, and this is big stuff, like what powers your home. And then also, there was another part of that company, and that was locomotive products, locomotive motors, coils, things like that. Again, everything that goes along with that. I bought everything from toilet paper to copper and fuel and all kinds of things. Way too much to note, I guess. There was a lot of stuff. So I did that for 23 years. Now, I had this going along with it, YouTube. I love doing this. I love vehicles, as I mentioned, and I love modding them. You know, putting my own touch on things, kind of personalizing vehicles, if you will. So I started doing that, got more and more into it, and kind of found my niche a little bit, I think, although YouTube always determines your niche. But I think I'm where I need to be with the vehicles and things, and that is doing mods and kind of improving them to my own taste, and hopefully things that a lot of other people like as well. Installations, how-to, that kind of thing. because it is a lot of fun, and I have found that it's not as difficult as you may think it is. It's really a lot of bolt-on type stuff, nothing really heavily mechanical or anything like that. I'm not a mechanic, never went to school to be a mechanic, although I wish I would have. It'd be kind of cool to rip into a motor or something, but nothing like that. More aesthetic and even a little bit of performance stuff in the way of exhaust, cold air intakes. Most recently on my Toyota Tacoma, I went with a pedal commander. That's to remove throttle lag and make it go a little bit quicker, stuff like that. I live in South Texas. I actually moved to South Texas from Columbus, Ohio, where I had lived for probably close to 40 years or something like that. I did that for a couple reasons. One, the weather down here is always nice, unless we have a hurricane, which we've had a couple brush us since I've been here in that 4 years. But generally, the weather is pretty nice. So it's conducive to being able to make videos every day. It's not like we have winter or anything like that where I can't get outside without freezing to death, or snow or rain all the time. We don't have any of that here. Also, just a better cost of living here for someone who's starting out brand new. You know, I have 30-some thousand subscribers, which I really appreciate, and actually close to 40-some thousand if you add all the channels together. But it's just a cheaper place to live, to be honest. So obviously you want to keep your costs down when you're trying to do something from the beginning. And that's where I started. When we moved here, I think I had, I don't know, 1,500, 3,000 subscribers, something like that. Kind of crazy, really. So it's grown quite a bit in 4 years. Not where I want it to be, obviously. I want it to continue growing. This is what I do for a living. It's what I do full time. On the Tacoma channel, there's a video every day, and there are 3 or 4 videos per week on the JT channel and on the Mercedes channel. As far as school, people have asked me, you know, did you go to school? I did. I have a degree. I have a bachelor's degree in business administration. Enough credits to be a PhD because I never knew what I wanted to do. So for years and years, I just kept taking classes all over the place until I finally focused a little more, actually finished up in a night adult program just to get done. And glad I did that. Obviously, it's not something that I'm using right now in doing this. I mean, you don't have to have a college degree to be a YouTuber, although I find it does help. A lot of the exposure that you get in taking different classes and things kind of rounds you out a little bit, if you will. So anyway, I just wanted to get on here, kind of run over that a little bit. People ask me now and then, you know, hey, what do you do? Who are you? What have you done? And that's pretty much it. 23 years as a purchasing manager, and now going on 4 years. I actually think we're right at 4 years now as a professional content creator for Google. That's my technical title. Leave a comment. Let me know. You considered taking a stab at YouTube yourself? Maybe you are a full-time YouTuber. I'd be curious to know. It's starting to rain outside, so you might hear it beating on the windshield since the camera is actually right under the windshield. Just after I talked about it never rains here, right? Anyway, appreciate you guys watching. I do have the 2 other channels, RobMotive, which is all about the Toyota Tacoma, and RobMotive JT, all about Jeep Gladiators. Check them out, and if you're interested, why not subscribe? Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.